do it. It is time to go live. Whoa. TikTok Live Studio just geeked out on me a little bit. Caden Thunder joined. You're the first one here, bro. Hey, K.A., thanks for the share there. Greatly appreciate it. Aiden Bradford, good to see ya. B. Nelson Fright with the share there as well. Vita Tremble, hey. Pug Tatties, I see you there. Kate Thunder's here in the house as well. Haley Red, hello. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Miles, 6 feet away and also here in chat. Heck yeah. Brian, Mama Bird the Third, good to see you there. B. Nelson Fright, thanks for the share there. Chelsea Stevens, Twilight Zone. Favorite childhood TV show? No shit. Twilight Zone? Nice. I like it. Scooby-Doo. Yeah. I'll get it. Yeah. Fraggle Rock. Juliet. Forgot all about Fraggle Rock. Man. Ms. Melvin growing up was the Simpsons. Now it's Big Bang Theory. Ooh, Vita. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Hey, Wendy. Good to see you there as well. Doc Maidens, Crystal Creations. Thanks for the share there. Candy Thunder. Look at you. Look at you sharing the stream. Mwah. Terabyte, good to see you. Kimberly P, too many, but Alf and the dinosaur, not the mama. Oh, what was the name of that show? The Dinosaur Family, where the little dinosaur baby says, oh, let's say like, you know what I'm talking, no. Somebody here knows. Was it just called Dinosaurs? That was it? Oh. The Dinosaurs. I thought there was like a different name for it. Ah, Elise. Scooby. I thought there would be a more creative name for it. Flintstones, the Reckies, Bonanza Imperial, Wowza, Avatar: The Last Airbender, or Rocket Power. We had a good discussion about those childhood shows. There's so many. When I was little when we came home, I'm pretty sure it was stuff like David the Gnome on like PBS or whatever TV. Yeah. It was old school. And then it was like Inspector Gadget, the OG one, not the Matthew Broderick one that the Gen Zers over here know. Just kidding. Gummy Bears. Yeah, Care Bears. I don't think I ever saw a Gummy Bears show. That was after my time. You forget that I'm older than you. I'm an old man. I'm an old man, okay? Hey, we have a goal of 3K bolts to get us started here today to get Candy Thunder up on the stream today. Marble City Mom Meow, Anise Moon, Dylan Sprague, Wolfie Shadow, Anise again there, Jackie Kelly, Carol Jaworski, Mary, Miss Pamela L, Elizabeth, Juliet Wood, Karen F, Elise, Be Not Afraid, Elizabeth Janet, Andromeda Amber, thanks so much, greatly appreciate it. Charlie Diego, see you there as well. Captain Kangaroo in Pickerel. Hey-o, there you go. Mask. Abigail, M-A-S-K. Captain Planet. Holy crap, Alejandra. Captain Planet. Yeah, dude's superhero uniform was like a tube of toothpaste. Yeah, you don't remember? Earth, air, fire. I remember. Rugrats, heck yeah. Transformers, Darkwing Duck, Pink Panther. Dang. Don Cheadle's Captain Planet. What? He-Man. That was on when I was a kid. Transformers, the G.I. Joe cartoon. That was on when I was little. And then came like the OG Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Alex Super Y. Wow, that was way after my time. He-Man and She-Ra. Dread Zone, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with James Avery as Shredder. Stupid turtles. Bebop, Rocksteady. I will not stand for your insolence. Oh, and then, of course, that's when Krang was around, right? That's when Krang was around. Beautiful. He-Man, Dexter's Laboratory, or I guess it's Dexter's Laboratory. Wolfie Shadow, Grimm, Amanda Mills, Cayenne Pepper, Impickerel, Wonder Woman, Tanya D, Lauren B, Elise, Wonder Woman, Amanda Mills, Mariah, Janae Zuniga, Lauren B again there, Grimm, TLS, Amanda, Charlie Diego, SOS Flint, Donna DJ, Amanda Mills, Katisi, Mariah, Heidi J, Charlie Diego again there, Marble City, Mom Meow, Anise, Dylan, Wolfie Shadow, Anise, Jackie Kelly, Carol Jaworski, Mary, Miss Pamela L, Carol again there, Janine, Just Mags, Myra Catalina, Ms. M Bash 22, Amanda Mills, Cayenne Pepper, Ms. M Bash again there, Ellie Dove, heck yeah, thanks for the love, greatly appreciate it. We're at 1380 of 3K on that right now. We're gonna go ahead and get rocking and rolling. Let's go ahead and start the show, shall we? Let's do this. Welcome to the Guy Checkin' Stream. Glad to have you here on this beautiful Wednesday. It is beautiful here in Southwest Missouri. Hope it's nice in your neck of the woods as well. The overarching discussion today is about favorite childhood TV shows. So we'll keep that going as we're in between things, reminiscing about the good old days. Coming up, we have stories about ruined birthday parties, child-free wedding drama, deceptive spouses, tough parenting decisions, cleaning drama, stinky petty revenge, and of course, cake and spicy stories. Reminder, the latest episode of Thunder and Spark is now on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Have you watched it yet? If you haven't, you should. There's always good conversation going on in there, and we actually read a couple of Reddit stories in there as well. We're going to be filming a new episode of the Dusty Thunder podcast this Friday with Tony Spark. Is that still accurate, Tony Spark? Are we still filming Friday? We're filming soon. We're filming soon. Make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so that you get notifications when those posts and stay up to date on the latest podcast episodes as well as all of the other content. Speaking of YouTube, we're going to be doing the 24-hour live stream next Thursday, Leap Day, February 29th, starting at 10 a.m. Central and going until 10 a.m. Central on Friday, March 1st, because we're crazy. We're going to be primarily streaming on YouTube to grow that channel, but we will jump on and stream periodically on TikTok as well. Hope you'll join us for this crazy challenge. It's going to be a hell of a good time, and you're going to be able to see me, in particular, slowly deteriorate into a filterless, probably cranky old man. We're going to see what happens. Me. It's definitely going to happen to me. Tony Spark may slowly deteriorate into Ted over that time. We're going to have to see what happens. Also, Piano Man, of course, the book that I wrote. You can purchase the ebook, paperback, and hardback copy on Amazon. You can also find the signed signed paperbacks in the TikTok shop. Those have been restocked. We're already a good chunk of the way through our restock, so I don't know how many are left there, but we do have some left. Also, we're still getting emails and messages about fake Dusty Thunder accounts. We're aware that this is the only one we have. So if you see any other ones, please report those to TikTok. There's nothing we can do about them right now. Again, a reminder to keep chat positive and respectful. Everyone is allowed to have their own opinion, and we don't all have to agree, but it costs nothing to be respectful and to DFHB. So do that. And again, no spoilers, please. Josie, heck yeah. Thanks for sending it in. Greatly appreciate it. Kelsey, thanks for the share there. Michaela, thanks for the follow. Greatly appreciate that. Pamela Riversong, Lee Schwartz-Leper, Mary, Cisa Clark, Mariah, Janae Zuniga, Adventures with Pam K, Lene, Saliuk, Marie, or Mary, Fleur Toxique, Les Schwartz-Leper, Rebecca Bickford, M. Purvis, Amber L. Hickey, Diana Galvin, Macy B. N., Megan Carol Fain, Overkill Mill, M. Pickerel, Tony Spark, Justina, Michelle Heather, Denise Burkhardt. Thank you all so much. Stephanie, see you there as well. Natalie Ford, Ellie Dove, Mrs. M. Bash, Just Mags. Thank you guys for the love. Greatly appreciate it. All right, we're going to go ahead and dive into our very first story here. 2130 of 3K to get Candy Thunder up here right now. Get out your brooms. It's about to get dusty. I got to have some kind of sound effect to play next time I do that. Like a broom sound, something. Green Acres, Marble City, Mom. I don't know if this is accurate for everybody else, but as soon as I see Green Acres, the song is like, boop. Right there. Lene, one of the very few that can pronounce your name. Well, heck, that's not typical. So consider yourself special. All right, here we go. This first one is from the AITA subreddit and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Walking Out of My Birthday Party? It was my 20th birthday and my boyfriend threw me a party. I knew this party was happening and was excited for it. Unfortunately, it did not turn out how I expected. I wore my best dress and made myself up to look really nice. When I arrived, my boyfriend commented to his friend that, wow, she finally made an effort to look nice. Good job, buddy. This shocked me and I was really hurt. I don't know why he'd say something like that. I do. Because he's that. I chose to ignore it and just went around the venue talking to guests, etc. The next thing that happened is my nephew accidentally spilled his drink on my dress. It stained the dress and he was very apologetic. I told him it's okay, but I was upset about it inside. I went to find my boyfriend and told him what happened and that I'm going to go home and change. We don't live far. He said I'm just being dramatic and materialistic and that I should just stay. I told him I don't feel comfortable being at my party all night with a wet, stained dress. So he said, let me walk with you as it's getting dark. We did that. I changed and we went back to the party. An hour or so later, my boyfriend's friend, the one I mentioned previously, made a comment to me about my body. It was an uncomfortable comment about it looking good. I told him to stop. My boyfriend then comes over and the friend repeats the comment to him. My boyfriend laughs and I got upset. My boyfriend said, I can't take a joke. I had enough and I just walked out and went home without saying anything to anyone. My boyfriend came home not too long afterwards and said that I ruined everyone's night by being boring and walking out. I'm so upset by the way the night went and I'm so unclear if this was my fault or not. Okay, so the question is, am I the astronaut for walking out of my birthday party? No. Let's get that out of the way first. No, this is an NTA. I think there's an error in your title though, because you say my birthday party. I don't think this was your birthday party. I think your brozo boyfriend here threw a party. Kind of sounds like he threw himself a party, or just a party just for him to have fun with his bros. And your birthday was just kind of an afterthought of all of this. I think if you're actually caring for someone and throwing a party for them, you make them the priority, right? And if they express discomfort or a wish or something, you take that into consideration instead of dismissing them and telling them that they're overreacting or being materialistic and dramatic and that you can't take a joke. No, all of those things were extremely dismissive. OP was made to feel like her feelings didn't matter at all at her birthday party. I don't think anything that happened here was really for her at all. I don't think he knows how to do that. Or just doesn't care to. He already got the Brozo Award, that's for sure. I think boyfriend and friends. Ascon 1, Nicody. You think they're evil? Or is there an element of just ignorance to this? I mean, she's 20. His 20th birthday party. I mean, young dudes obviously have a lot to learn, especially about relationships. Man, he's at least a 2, because he dismissed everything that she said. And if I was at my own birthday party and I had gussied myself up, or was wearing a nice suit or something, and somebody spilled something on it, I'd be like, you laughing at my gussied up? Get gussied up. Yeah, if something had been spilled on it, I wouldn't want to stay. I would want to change, right? I mean, it's your night. You should be comfortable. You should be perfectly happy with everything that's going on. And if there's something that you want to change, then somebody stopping you and telling you that you're being dramatic is garbage. It's garbage. I'm going to put him at a 2. I don't think he's an evil human yet. I think he's a dumbass. He may be on his way to becoming an Ascon 1 evil piece of shit. But right now, I think he's an oblivious idiot brozo. It could be worse. I'm giving him hope. I'm giving him some hope here. Oh, you know what, Anne? Anne's got a point here. That is notwithstanding the body shaming, not body shaming, but the body comments by the friend, and then the boyfriend laughing about it and telling her she needs to take a joke. It does make everything worse. He upped himself at that point from not just being an idiot and not just being a brozo and not just not caring truly about his girlfriend here or respecting her wishes, but then went one step further whenever that happened, and now it's a whole nother level of shit. So sucks. I tried to give him a little bit of leeway, tried to give him some hope for redemption here, and he just shot himself in the foot with it. So way to go, buddy. Way to go, buddy. Tool bag. There you go, Denise. All right, we hit that bolt goal. We're going to get Candy Thunder up here. That was a pretty short story. It's a short story. Okay, in the number 1 spot for our first goal of the day, Wolfie Shadow Fox. Congrats. And thank you. And number 2, A.K. Mary, the Mr. Beaumont, TLS Journey, Adventures with Pam, Haunted Gal, Prep Girl, Amanda Mills, M. Pickerel, Elise Newman, Mariah Janae, Pamela Riversong, Dylan Sprague, Sapphires 96, Kelsey C, Snowman Collector, Tony Spark, Tanya D, aka T, Cayenne Pepper, Anise Moon, Mrs. M. Bash, Amberella Hickey, Charlie Diego, Amanda McAllister, Kat Heasey, Miss Pamela L, Heidi J, Overkill Milk, Candy Thunder, Fluor Toxique, OMG Cookies, Mags Mazing, Sassy Cassie, Little Cameron, Diana 5520, Donna, Nat 4, Desi Bear, Blessed Wonder Woman, Mummy Shark, nice. Chris CJ, Salty Shellback, Creative, Rebecca Bickford, Justina, Denise Burkhardt, Jackie Kelly, and Lene Salyuk. Tony Spark coming in clutch there with the save. Let me get the next one set up real quick, and then we'll get Candy Thunder up here. What is the next goal here? It's going to unlock a cake story. Tell you that for free. Cake story for 650 donuts. Let me pin that real quick. Boop. Pinned. And ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to someone very special. You may not have met her before. You may not have seen her before. Someone very, very special and close to my heart. The one and only Candy Thunder. Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder. Hi, Tater.
I was like, oh my gosh, just get there faster.
That's what you said.
I walked right into that. Right, just smack dab.
It's a wide open road. You had to walk down it. You had to walk down it.
Oh, man. What's up, guys?
Adventures with Pam K. Leave It to Beaver was one of the classic. Man, wow.
Did anyone watch the cartoon Aladdin? Not the movie, but like an actual cartoon, and it was on, like it was on after school where I lived. But yeah, I am blushing a little bit all the time. If you live with this guy, you're constantly. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Embarrassed, disgusted.
Yeah,
ashamed.
Sorry, so constantly. Yeah, embarrassed.
DuckTales.
Woohoo!
Cat Easy. Yeah, heck yeah. We actually watched. We put that on for Navy Thunder not too long ago.
Which one? We've got to turn on The Land Before Time.
Oh.
Probably not the first one because I'm not sure. She might be a little young for that one.
Bit of an empath. I think she would.
She would be
sad.
very sad. Yeah, she would. I don't know how she would feel about that. But she gets very sad in the moment when things happen in shows or things like that. She gets very worried about feelings.
Yeah.
Yes. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yes. Did you? And there was like the Hidden Temple game. Like it was like a game where you had to like go through the maze and you know what I'm talking about? It was
yes.
that was such a. I wanted to be on that show so bad, and then they got slimed.
Yes. What was that?
Man, Niecy Up that makes me cry. That's such a sad beginning too.
Animaniacs, heck yeah. That one is great.
Hidden Temple, yeah.
Legends of the Hidden Temple, yeah.
If they brought that back, I would want to be on that show, 100%. We could do that together. We could have a storm cloud team.
Oh, yeah. I'm down. Clarissa Explains It All. Felix the Cat. Oh, man. There's so
Powerpuff Girls. Yeah.
There's so many. So many good ones. What? Okay, so here's a question for you, because you traveled or you moved around a lot as an Army brat.
Mm-hmm.
Was there, whenever you were abroad, what was like the cartoon kids programming like there versus, when you came back feet dry?
I was 2 when we moved back from Germany, so might have been even. No, I think I was younger than that, so I don't really know.
Gotcha. Was it any different any of the other places that you lived around, like Hawaii? You were there for a while. It's all the same?
Had the Disney shows, and I just remember watching movies, like Disney movies on VHS. Yeah. Like we had the original, like Little Mermaid cover and all that stuff on VHS.
Gotcha. I remember
the Peen Palace.
The what?
The original. It's the original cover of the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
It has the thing on the castle.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
Excuse me?
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes. The phallic spears on the original. Yes. Yeah. Also, as an artist, like who was put to work on there, you figured like nobody was ever going to catch that. Come on.
Leave it. We were talking about generations earlier because Ava called me a boomer, and I was like, "Excuse me." I'm still holding on to my 30s really tight. You need to back off.
That's her word of the week, though. It seems like she's been throwing out boomer quite a bit.
Yeah.
I remember whenever I was a kid.
See,
I don't know when the Disney Channel came out.
I'm not sure,
but I know that we never had it.
We didn't either. We had PBS. After Aladdin went off the air, we watched Arthur, I think. Arthur, do you remember Arthur?
I remember Arthur. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still on.
I loved Arthur. It was so good.
Yeah, just not Peppa the Pig, right?
Generation X.
Hey, Rebecca, thank you.
All right.
Oh, I was going to ask you one more thing. Cannot remember what it is, though. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, what? No. As I shrink down.
What now? What inappropriate thing are you going to say now? Which, by the way, when we were in Knoxville, I like to break the ice with strangers by saying mildly inappropriate
Wild Kratts.
things.
Yes, we loved Wild Kratts.
Oh, yeah. Wild Kratts is still good. So there were a couple times whenever I was, stuck in an elevator with strangers and Candy Thunder wasn't there.
Thank God.
But that's how I break the ice. I break the ice by cracking, mildly inappropriate jokes. And then each time this happened, I'd come back to the room and I'd be like, and she'd be like, "What'd you do now?" And I'd have to tell her the story. And she's like, "Dustin."
I know, Honey Bear. That's why I was like, she called me a boomer. And I was like, that's so, come on now. No offense to any boomers, but I'm going to hold on to my 30s as long as I can. I have 3 more years. Don't take that away from me.
I just turned 42.
But no, I can't. He's like a toddler. I can't take him anywhere. I have to.
It's either I say inappropriate things or the Moira voice just comes out randomly as we're walking down the street in downtown Knoxville. But you take your pick.
But he's a toddler that works, but you're also a badass. So it's like you have
a badass toddler.
That sums him up. I don't think there's anything else left to
Imagine
say.
trying to control a badass toddler.
Like
there is. Yeah, he's Tommy from Rugrats. That's absolutely true. And I'm the mom. Bye, guys.
Candy Pickles, everyone. Love you, Tater. An elder millennial. There you go. Boss baby. Yes, Dylan Sprague. It's Boss baby. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Twisted. No one else remembers Wienerville?
I do.
Miles does. Yeah, no, I don't think I ever got exposed to Wienerville. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. We're at 400 to 650 right now on the donut goal to unlock the cake story. We'll go ahead and dive into the next story. But real quick, Vixen, Dylan Sprague, Shanae, Amanda Nicole Newman, Adventures with Pam K, Goober, TLS, Haunted Gal, Kelsey, Colonel Angus Holiday. I looked at that name for a second and I was like, oh no, is this Is somebody trying to trick me into saying something? Lexi, Haunted Gal, Abriella Hickey, Rebecca S. McCoy, Melissa B, Valerie Shadowcat, Lexi, Colonel again there, Bubsy, Melissa B, Valerie, Crystal, Amanda Mills, Haunted Gal, Tony Spark, Les Schwartz, Lieper, Amy Ellen Mack, Koya Riken, thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate the love. Tina Nell, Stephine Jarby, Justina Vixen, Tina Goober. Thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it. All right, diving in. Here we go. This one is from the AITA subreddit as well, and it's titled, Am I the Astronaut for Not Going to My Brother's Child-Free Wedding Because My Son Wasn't Invited and His Cousins Were? Recently, my family was invited to my brother's wedding. Me, my husband, our daughter 21, and our son 18. Everyone except our younger son 16 because it is a child-free wedding. I called my brother to confirm that my son wasn't invited because I have been to a child-free wedding before that is 13 plus or 16 plus, and my son won't be behaving badly or need such close supervision as a younger child would. My brother was very apologetic and said that he can't make exceptions to his rule and that some of his friends had much younger kids and he didn't want to look like he was showing favoritism by allowing a 16-year-old to come. That was fine by me. I understand child-free weddings. I had a child-free wedding prior to having kids. My brother has 2 children of his own from a previous marriage, 16 and 17, and 2 of my sister's kids are also under 18, 13 and 15, and I assumed none of them would be invited either. The wedding is in a different country and my family will be flying out for the weekend. My 16-year-old is a bit sad about not being invited because he and my brother are close. I also don't want to leave him alone for the weekend, so I've made a plan that on the night of the wedding, he and his cousins could hang out in the hotel, use the pool, get room service, and make a night of it. Then the next day we could explore the city as a family, so my son doesn't feel sad about being left out. When I told my brother about the plan, he thought it was a great idea, but when I told my sister, she was surprised and said her kids had been invited and that she didn't know it was child-free. 18 plus, she had checked with my brother who told her it was 13 plus, so my niece was invited. So we both called my brother who admitted that my son is the only one under 18 in the immediate family who has not been invited, though he wouldn't say why despite my pushing him. My sister and I have both decided to not attend as we are both pissed off at him, and she loves my 16-year-old. My mother is calling us both up saying that we're being childish and letting my brother down. My brother's soon-to-be wife is also furious. Furious? That's not a word. We'll leave that one alone. My brother's soon-to-be wife is also furious at us and says that my brother is distraught and that my son was excluded for a good reason, once again not saying the reason. My brother-in-law, sister's husband, is also upset and blaming me for my sister not going, and I am starting to feel bad and wish I had just let sleeping dogs lie. But am I the astronaut? Edit. A few people have asked, and I just wanted to mention that we are a Christian family. My brother's soon-to-be wife being much more religious than the rest of us, though we all still go to church. Except my son who stopped being Christian a few years ago. I don't mind it personally, but it has caused some discontentment. I'm not saying that this is the reason at all, just if I were guessing. Well, it's a pretty good guess, right? I mean, this is the only thing that's different about him, at least that we've heard about to this point. They never came out and said, here is the specific reason, which is an indicator that they know it's wrong, right? I mean, if they say it's for a good reason, but they won't reveal that reason, what reason do they have to hide it? Except that they know they'll look like a big piece of shit if they say it out loud. Also, as a Christian, wouldn't they be that much more compelled to have a non-Christian come in and expose them to the faith? And, wouldn't that be the Christian-like thing to do? This is, if that is the reason that they are not inviting him, it's a terrible thing. And it goes against all the morals that they supposedly stand for, which is garbage. OP's question here is, am I the astronaut for not going to my brother's child-free wedding because my son wasn't invited and his cousins were? No, I think standing your ground here is a solid thing, and your son is going to be very appreciative of it down the road here. Now, unless they come out and give you some kind of different reason, which at this point, even if they do, the fact that they withheld it this long is indicating that they know it's wrong. It's garbage. They aren't consistent in what they're saying here at all. So they're singling this one kid out. This 16 freaking year old kid is getting singled out for an out of country wedding. That's rough, folks. That's rough. I don't know how they can do that and be like, yeah, this feels right. This feels good. This feels good. Destiny, money, politics, and religion really bring out the worst in people. In this case, if that is the reason, then yeah, it definitely does. I don't know. I mean, like, what impact is his presence going to have on the wedding? I don't understand that. Don't understand that. Nikki says OP and her sister are all-stars for standing up for OP's son. Agreed. That's a green flag for them, and it's going to mean a lot to the son. There needs to be some solidarity around him right now to really plant a flag here and say, no, this is garbage. You're not going to do this. And if you're going to treat one person this way, enjoy not having a whole bunch of us there. Now, OP's sister's husband, so OP's brother-in-law, is pissed. But he's pissed because now he doesn't get to go overseas to a wedding. Like, just grain of salt that one, push it to the side. That opinion doesn't matter because it's selfishly compelled. I'm leaving that one alone here. That is redonkulous. Joyful stranger, I don't want to be there. Yeah, I legitimately feel like them not revealing that reason is just the biggest sign there can be that they know it's wrong. Go on vacation, but don't go to the wedding. That's a damn good idea. You could still go on vacation. However, were the parents flying everybody out for the wedding? If they say they're not going to the wedding, they probably aren't going to be flown out. So then it would be on their dime. And Abby, you make a good point here. He's ruined his relationship with the nephew, not inviting him and inviting everybody else. Yeah, because he had a good relationship with the nephew before. So this has to be his soon-to-be bride pulling the strings and demanding this, right? And how the F does that work? Do they look at the guest list and she's like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how religious is each person on this list? And they get to him and he's like, oh yeah, he denounced his faith. I don't think he can come. He's a minor. His parents and his siblings would be coming. I know, that's rough. That's pretty shitty. That's pretty shitty. Okay, we've got NTA for OP here. Where does Bro and his soon-to-be bride stand here? Again, we don't know for a fact what the reason is, but I think we can deduce at this point that it is because of his faith. And they're singling him out here. I don't know. I'm curious what chat has to say here. And it's 1s and 2s across the board here. I think it definitely feels like an ASCON 1 terrible human thing to do, and to use religion as a scapegoat for this. And it's not even, I don't even know that you can call it a scapegoat, because it's the only reason that has been claimed right now, or that we have. Jen says ASCON 1, regardless of reason, they're singling out a child for no good reason. You know what? And I would contest here that Bro is beyond an ASCON 2, because he did have a good relationship with this 16-year-old boy and still allowed this to happen, knowing how it was going to make this kid feel, and knowing that the truth would come out eventually, and it was going to harm that relationship even more. And refusing to reveal the reason because they knew it was wrong. ASCON 1. That's a terrible thing to do to someone, because of a personal choice that they made. It's not going to have any effect on your wedding. That's ridiculous. It's not okay. Not okay. Tanya, if 0 were an option for not revealing the reason, the real reason could be worse. Wonder Woman, it could be. So, I mean, we're guessing right now. We're guessing that the denouncing of faith is renouncing of faith is the one. We're guessing that's it because it's the only thing we have to go on right now. It could be something different. But if this is the case, then yeah, a couple ASCON 1s. No matter what, standing your ground for your child is admirable, and you are NTA for that. The title of this was, Am I the Astronaut for not going to my brother's child-free wedding because my son wasn't invited and his cousins were? Okay, we are at 5:15 of 650 on the donuts to get the cake story rocking and rolling here. We won't be there for a good reason, Mary Kenyon. Yeah, agreed. Elise says, my guess is the bride and brozo will owe more for the wedding now with less attendees. That's possible. And now she's flipping out because it's now affecting her day. Goober, you have a good point there too. Maybe sexuality based, not just faith based. No matter what the reason is, singling out the 16-year-old kid is not okay. And bravo to Mama Bear for standing up, and bravo to Auntie for standing up for him as well, because has a lot more impact whenever you have multiple families joining in solidarity there, and it's a bigger protest stand, right? Just Mags, Adventures with Pam K, Little Red Corvette Girl, Vixen, The Fire, Hard Case, Melissa B, Lauren B, Kelsey, Heather Vasquez, Rach, Vero, and Dan, Haunted Gal, Anna Lou Sanchez, Hard Case again there, heck yeah, Amber L. Hickey, Liz Schwartz, Leaper, Heather Vasquez, The Effulgent One, Steph, is it Priya or Priya? Priya Manium, Mike D, TLS, Tracy Walker, Heather Vasquez, Tammy Troxel, Steph, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you. Lene Saliuk, Jane Liz, obviously Mel, Rebecca 73, Elise Newman, Heidi J, Kara, The Fire, Jules, Goober, you guys are awesome. Kate, Monique L.A. Samuels, is it Monique or is that an interesting way to spell Monica? You have to let me know. Or Monice. Anise Moon, Just Mags, Adventures with Pam K, Little Red Corvette Girl, Goober, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much. Greatly appreciate it. Girl Loves Her Whiskey. You didn't get the notification? TikTok is notorious for that. Speaking of, we're about to hit our donut goal for cake story here. So I'll take this time to let you know, if you don't know already, you can go to dusty-thunder.com. You can sign up for SMS notifications, which are tied to our calendar events, and they send a text message out internationally like 5 minutes before the stream starts. It is a very, very, very smart thing to do. Very much worth it for us to pay for that service to get you guys those SMS notifications. So if you have not signed up for it yet, definitely go do that. Also, make sure you're subscribed on the YouTube side if you haven't done those two things. Sierra Howard, yeah, if you have Discord notifications are a great way to go as well. Miles is always on top of those. Oh, and there we go. It is donut time. Let's talk about this for a moment. And the number one spot this time, Haunted Gal. Nice. Congrats. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate that. And number two spot, TLS Journey. Then Kelsey C, Steph JB, Berlioz, Elise Newman, Adventures with Pam, PNW Redneck, T Hef 90, Brooklyn Baby 77.7, Amber L. Hickey, Amanda Mills, Fane 13, The Mr. Beaumont, Hard Case in Your Face, Lexi, Tony with the clutch phone here, 1959 Karen, Diana 5520, Prep Girl, Tony Spark, Kat Heasey, Justina, Dylan Sprague, Les Leaper, Creole Cutie, Mags Mazing, M. Pickerel, Anise Moon, Mo Sampson, Tina Nell, Tammy Troxel, Oh Look Shiny One, Heidi J, Donna 12661, They Call Me The Fire, Anita Dickens, Blessed Wonder Woman, Ruby Redhead, Roxy's True to Herself, NB the G, Valerie Shadowcat, Julie Jules, Shiny Girl, Lucinda Sue, sorry, and Kate Escapades. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Thanks for the love. We're going to set up the next goal here. What have I done? Oh, confetti stuck everywhere. Everywhere. I don't know if I told you guys this whenever we were going through, checking in at the Knoxville airport to come back. Went through TSA. Who luckily I was not subjected to any kind of body cavity searches at any point in time during our trip, thankfully. But went through TSA, got all my stuff. It was like getting my stuff out of the tub to put shoes and stuff back on. And I shit you not, there in the tub was a piece of confetti, a red strip of confetti that had fallen out of my jacket or something. I was like, well, look at that. I'm leaving a little piece of me behind. Okay, this one is going to unlock a spicy reward story and candy feedback. Heck yeah. Spicy reward story and candy feedback. Skadoosh. Okay. Pin it. Done it. Good. Crescent Museum Girl, thanks for the share. Greatly appreciate that. Southern Country, Leslie Fjord. Cheeky Island Girl, Pixelix, Just Mags, Mike D, Heather Heidi, Honey Bear, TLS, and East Moon Goober. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the love here. The Simpsons, there's a good one. MacGyver, heck yeah. Xena Warrior Princess. Heck yeah. Okay, so we're going to dive down to the cake story, correct? Cake story number 1. Here we go. All right, here we go. This cake story is from the AITA subreddit and is titled, Will I Be the Astronaut for Not Paying for a Cake? Last week was my 27 female partner's 28 female birthday. We went all out and he had a huge party that required a large cake. There's this bakery that we've been wanting to try that does extremely custom cakes, and we decided this party was the best opportunity to order from them. The bakery is 2 hours away, so the morning of the party, I drove to get it while my partner finished setting up for the party. It went great. The cake was amazing. We were very happy. Only I noticed the next day as I was checking my bank statement that I was charged for this cake twice on 2 separate days. This cake was extremely expensive, so I was very shocked to see that had happened. I forwarded my bank statement to the business and spoke to them over the phone about it. In no way was I trying to sound accusatory, and they kept saying over and over that they didn't charge me twice, and they didn't know why the money came out of my account twice on 2 separate charges. They decided to issue me a refund for one of the charges. I received the refund the day after our phone call, and I thought it was done. But the day after I received another refund. 2 refunds for 2 charges. So essentially, I never paid for this large custom cake. I wanted to drive back down to the bakery and pay for the cake again and make sure it was paid for correctly, but my partner told me to leave it be. She said it was clearly an error on their part if they had accidentally charged me twice and refunded me twice, so I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. We really like this cake and I'm sure would order from them in the future, so I feel really guilty not paying for this cake. I'm sure it took a while to complete. Would I be the astronaut for not paying for it after their error? Man, so as a small business owner here, I feel like there's too much potential harm involved. It's not just like the supplies for that cake. It's, whatever time they paid people to do that as well. If it was an expensive cake, they're out a good chunk of money. And I don't know how many extremely custom cakes this shop can crank out per day. But if you just took out like an entire day's worth of revenue for this business, say they're open Monday through Friday, that's 1/20th of their revenue for the month. That's a BFD. You know what I mean? It's a big deal. Now, it's possible that they intentionally refunded it twice because they found the double charge there and they were like, hey, just for the trouble, here you go. However, unlikely if it was this big of a deal. I think the DFHB thing to do is to let them know what happened and pay back that one charge, especially if you enjoyed it, especially if you want to do business with this bakery again. I think it's a must. At the end of the day, though, I think it comes down to what's your heart telling you, and are you going to be able to sleep at night if you don't do this? I think based on what you're saying here, OP, you already feel like the asshole just for the possibility of not paying for it. I think the tax that you are going to feel emotionally and spiritually, physically, mentally for not doing this, for doing something that you know in your bones is wrong, is going to cost you more than it would to pay for the freaking cake. So pay for the cake, because that's going to feel good to you to do the right thing. And then you won't have to deal with that angst. It's not going to keep you up at night. It's not going to be a dark cloud that follows you around. Like happens whenever you do something that you know is wrong. It follows you around. There is a tax on it. We talked about this on Sunday night, I think. The tax that comes from doing the wrong thing or spreading hate or choosing something that you know is wrong is greater than the price of time or effort of doing good. It will cost you more to not pay this. And I guess that's the bottom line. But you get to choose, and your partner saying to just let it go. That's this for me on the partner, right? it's like, oh, would you really be okay with that? Because I think it says a little bit about who you are as a person. And maybe she's just not thinking it through. But I think it says a lot about a person, how they handle these kind of situations. And yeah, it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome if you just got free money. But the potential impact to a small business could be incredibly damaging. Like the people who own that business may not get paid this month if you choose not to do this. You know what I mean? It's unless you run a small business or are very familiar as like a service provider or something, I don't think people understand how shoestring it really is. Tony Spark has thoughts?
Well, and they also said that they would order from there again, but if you don't go back and pay for that cake, they're going to know that they didn't get paid for it, and you're going to try to order one again, and they're going to be like, well, hold on. This person didn't pay for their last one.
Maybe they're going to know, but that's where part of this comes in, is that clearly they've got some kind of issue on the billing side of things too. So they may not 100% know. This could be happening across the board for them, where they could be double billing people. And then when people come back and say that and they try to reverse it, it double reverses it. So they could have big problems here. And this might be the first instance of what could be that recurring problem. And if this happened to us as a small business, I would really need that first person to tell me so that I could start diving into the problem and figure out what it is before we went out of business, right?
And sometimes with whether it's QuickBooks or, Square, some of those POSs, like sometimes it's out of
shit happens
their control, and there's a glitch or there's something that goes wrong, and they may not realize that they charge twice. And they may not know that happened.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think it's a sucky situation.
They may not know, but the potential impact on that small business, I think, is too great. More so, the potential impact on your spirit as a person is too great. And I think that's the bottom line is, what's going to make you feel better. And hopefully you do what you feel is right and explain that to your partner, and your partner gets on board with it. Yeah, it'll make your tail wag. Pay cash, Amanda says. Absolutely. Yeah, we talked about that Sunday night too. It's like that Bluey episode. We're cleaning up and doing things for people made Bluey's tail wag. It's doing nice things selfishly makes you feel good. So it's easier. You can call it selfish and still do that. It's just the way it works. It's cool. It could be bank error. It could be POS error. It could be any number of things. I think that there are two sets of circumstances here. One, the impact on OP's self, and one, the potential impact on that small business. I think it's just, it feels like she's compelled to speak up and go make it right. And I think that's what you need to do to follow through. Now, the question was, would I be the astronaut for not paying for a cake? Yeah, I think you would, especially if you don't throw a flag and say, hey, now I got double reversed here. Let me know how I can make it right. If you just keep quiet and let the bank error in your favor, like Monopoly, just keep quiet about it, then I think you definitely would be. But where? Elise says, I don't think the next cake they get will taste as sweet if they don't go pay. At least for OP. Doesn't sound like her partner has an issue with it, but for OP, for sure, it's already bugging her. Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is an ASCON 2 thing. It is a definitely shouldn't do that. Shouldn't not pay. Definitely shouldn't not pay. Yeah, and this is one of those things that almost feels a little Voldemort like, right? I think you do enough of these things and it just starts splitting your soul into different pieces, and pretty soon you don't know the difference. And it's a lot easier to choose the wrong thing because you've become numb to it. So yeah. So if you don't pay OP, someday in the final battle, part of your Horcrux is going to be in this cake shop, and you'll just have to remember you can hide there so they can not defeat you as easily. There you go. 1921 and 2K on the Taters in Love there to get the spicy reward story and Candy Thunder feedback. And in the meantime, Tony Sparks sending Taters in Love there. Lisa Martin, Candace with an I sending 91 of them. Heck yeah. Charmaine Flynn, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you here. Janine, Deidre, Sooner Dienko, Ishtara, MJ Newcomb, Candace with an I. Excuse me. I have to turn away from the mic when I have the herbs. Becky Morlock, Deidre A. Robertson, Animal, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam, Destiny Hawkins, Des Vogel Goodman, Dread Zone, Deidre, Shannon Aaron, Fluffy Buddy, Anae, Elise, TLS, and we hit it. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Rock and roll. In the number one spots, Anita Dickens. Nice work. Nice work, Anita. Haunted Gal in the number 2 spot, TLS Journey, Callie Prue, Fluffy Buddy, Animal 792, Southern Country, NA 414, Patricia Litzcrew, Adventures with Pam, Elise Newman, Candy Thunder, Cole Barber, Hard Case in Your Face, the Mr. Beaumont, T. Heft, Rebecca Barrett, Bazinga, Shiny Girl, M. Pickerel, Anise Moon, Fluor Toxic, Amberell Hickey, A.K. Mary, Dylan Sprague, MJ Newcomb, Kelsey C. Justina, Shannon Aaron, Mo Sampson, oh look, Shiny One, Donna, 12661, Tony Spark, Mags Mazing, Tanya D, A.K.A. T, Steph JB, Ishtara, Michelle Waldron, Snowman Collector, Ms. No, JMEMD, JMEMD, Berlioz, Tanko Roo, Lacey Lex, and Liesel 734. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate all the love and support for us doing these as a live stream. We're going to get our next one set up here. This one is going to unlock confetti and a Tony Spark appearance. Do you have a dance figured? Do you have like a dance prepared? Do you have a monologue or a dance? You have to choose one. Monologue or dance. That's your monologue? Telling me that I still have my QOD up and I need to take it down? Oh, man. I've been gone for a minute, man. I'm out of practice. I'm out of practice, okay? Out of practice. Okay, what was this doing? This is going to be confetti. And Tony Spark. We're doing High Bears. We're on High Bears now. Pinned it. Pixelix, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam. Glad to have you here. Tom, Chrissy57, Lisa Martin, Janine, Janet Vixen, Patricia, Kelsey, Tanya D, Chrissy Joe, Carol Jaworski, Lene Salyuk, Anise Moon, Jamie, Fleur Toxic, Dylan Sprague, Tony Spark, Lisa Martin, Candace with an I, A, Charmaine. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam. Lexi, Kelsey, Overkill, Mill, Justina, Lisa Martin, M. Pickerel, Jane, Liz, and Janet, Callie Knight, Haunted Gal, the Effulgent One, Southern Country, Lori T. You guys are awesome. Greatly appreciate it. Sooner Yanko, oh look, Shiny One, Janet, Martin, Chrissy, Janine, Amanda. Y'all are awesome. Much love. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. So we'll need to wait for Candy Thunder to return to get to the spicy story, correct? Okay. Just making sure I know where I'm going here. So I'm bouncing to store number 3. Right? Yeah. Since we returned from Knoxville, the madness and workload here in agency land went whoop. So Tony Spark can attest to this. Because my current workload has me in overdrive and I'm back in like night shift every night, just an insane amount of stuff to do. I require a large amount of managing and babysitting to be pointed in the right direction right now to make sure I'm doing the right things at the right time because I'm just overflowing with information right now. So big round of applause to Tony Spark and Candy Thunder for making sure that I'm properly babysat right now. I appreciate you, Tony Spark. I appreciate you. I'm sorry. Sorry that I'm high maintenance. Lene sending all kinds of stuff through there right now. Thanks so much for that. Melissa B, Donna, DJ, Deidre, Lene again, Savannah, Melissa B, oh look, Shiny One, Annie B, Adventures with Pam K, Amanda, Haunted Gal, Crystal, Jamie, Amanda, oh look, Shiny One, No Face, Katisi, Lori T, Shannon Aaron, Amanda Durham, Janine, Chrissy, Martin. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. Greatly appreciate it. Anise Moon, see you there as well. See you there as well. Heck yeah. Appreciate it. Amazing team. Heck yeah, Amanda. Kelsey C just sent 5 gifted subs out. We've got Caniac, Kaibook Girl, Sarah Ibergen, Toy Toy, and Koya Rican. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And big love to Kelsey for sending those out as well. Was there another batch of them earlier? Yes, Kelsey sent more out earlier to S-Mac, Melissa Leahy, Sassy Cassie, Miss Lady D, and Luna Rose. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam for all of you as well. Kid Roscoe, Olivia Marie, Karma. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate the love. All right, here we go. This story is from the AI. 496 of 15 hundo on the high bear goal right now, which is to get Tony Spark and some confetti up here. That means I get to shoot confetti at you, right? Yes. This is from the AITAH subreddit and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Calling Off My Marriage Because My Husband Lied to Me? I, 29 female, have been with my now ex-fiance, 32 male, for 5 years. We got engaged about a year ago, and a little after that, we discussed having kids. I was an only child. I can't imagine having kids. It feels restraining. Worth it. I'm a person who's dedicated to my job, and I don't want to put anything or anyone before it or before my passion, traveling. I can't imagine traveling with kids. It would be a nightmare. My ex knew this about me. He knew it since we met. He told me that he never wanted kids either. However, 3 weeks ago, I discovered that he was lying to me. We were eating dinner and he told me that he changed his mind about having kids and now he wants kids. I thought he was joking, so I brushed it off. He got upset at this and walked away. I followed him and asked him what was wrong. He said that he didn't like how careless I was about the subject. I told him that I thought he was joking. Sorry, words are hard. I told him that I thought he was joking, but that just made him angrier. He said that he would never joke about something like that. I was confused since he had told me that he didn't want kids. He continued to tell me that he lied about not wanting kids because he loves me and wants to be with me. Well, he loved most of you, right? I got mad for one, he lied to me, and then what was the plan after that? But to manipulate me, make me feel guilty until he convinced me to have kids I didn't want? My mom didn't want kids. That's why I was the only one. I was the trial run. So as a kid whose mom didn't want her, I would never want to make anyone feel as unloved and left out as I did as a child. My ex knew this. I told him that many times. I took some time to think about it until last week I told him that I wanted to call off the marriage. He was surprised and angry. He told me to leave, and I did. I've been staying with my aunt until I can get an apartment. My ex keeps calling me and trying to make me feel guilty, but I won't let him. I know what I want. Am I the astronaut for calling off my marriage? Hell no. Hell no. It was a relationship built on a foundation of lies. That's it. That's all we need to say. We're gonna say more, obviously, but that's all we need to say. It was built on a foundation of lies. He intentionally lied and then thought, you know what, somewhere down the line, I'll convince her. She'll come around. Now, caveat here, people's desires change. People's goals in life change. People's definition of success changes. Hell, mine used to be Ferraris and airplanes, and now it's time. My definition of success now is being able to spend time with my family. Not Ferraris, not airplanes, not riches. It is flexibility to have time and live a quality life. People's priorities and desires do change. And if he had stuck to this, like, I just changed my mind, I was around people with kids and I started realizing it more that I think I really do want this. And if he had really changed, then he would understand their need to part ways, because if his life goals don't align with hers, they are incompatible. And he would be okay with that because his desire for kids would be driving the boat there. But he lied because he loved her and wanted to stay with her and just thought he'd be able to make her come around. Now, obviously, he didn't try very hard. He didn't play the long game here. Maybe if he had played the long game and put her in situations that allowed OP to maybe change her mind herself, that's one thing. That's one thing. Like exposing her to the possibility of breaking the cycle and wanting that in life, giving her the opportunity, providing a fertile ground for pun intended, unintended. Providing a fertile ground for her to potentially change her mind herself is one thing. Just telling her that you changed your mind so she needs to change hers is not how it works. It doesn't work like that. He knew going into this thing, he lied about it just with the intention of changing her later on. That is not how that works. You can't accept 90% of someone and be like, that 10% is going to need to change, but I'll tackle that later. Candy Thunder goes, this is a big deal. This is one of those things that she had a firm no kids policy and had really good reasons why. And he accepted that or pretended like he did. And then to come out at this point and not the way that he approached it bugs the hell out of me. That he didn't say like, I just changed my mind and I hoped it would be something that you would change your mind about too. And if it's not, then we shouldn't be together. He would rather spend a lifetime with OP and just be furious with each other and miserable, both of them all the time, than to actually live a life of happiness. And that's the weird part. Like, why? If this is that big of a deal to your happiness, why would you self-sabotage? Walter Nitty, I'm child free by choice. If a man did this to me, I'd be mad. Hell yeah. Well, and she said, you know, what was the plan? To manipulate me into having kids that I don't want? And yeah, it could be much worse than that. Ugh. But again, people's desires change. And if they had just changed for him, it would be one thing. But the fact that he admitted to lying up front and then just planning to change her later on is where he becomes a giant asshole. I don't know. So you were NTA here, OP. Your ex-fiance here is definitely an ASCON one. Openly lied about it and didn't give a shit what your reasons were or what you wanted. Just because he changed his mind or admitted that he had this desire the whole time, he just assumed that you'd flip over to his side too, and just, you know, put all that past trauma out of the way and just accept that you're not going to get the future that you want. You're no longer in control of your own life. He wants this now, so just do away with it all. Ms. Grish, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. You know, what is he maliciously going to impregnate her? Because that's not okay. There's no, short of like trying to provide more opportunities for her to see that she might change her mind later on, and that's all he could do is provide those opportunities. That's it. He couldn't do anything beyond that and still be a decent person. It was malice from the very beginning, which is terrible. Terrible. We're at 931 of 15 hundo on the high bear goal right now. I heard Tony Spark picking up his cue card over there and just went ahead and jumped on it because I heard the paper. I'm on it. If I can only remember to turn my QOD off whenever it's time, then I'd be in good shape, you know. Hey, Kayleen, Sarah Lawson, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you here. Roberta Snyder, 10B, TLS, Candace with an I, A, Tony Spark, Just Mags, Candace again there, Janice, 2014, Mama 66, Denise Burkhardt, Tracy Walker, Kayleen, Sarah Lawson, Evie Eck, Chrissy Joe, Rach, Anise Moon, Sooner Yenko, Canadian Girl, 3458, Renee, Nana 61, M. Purvis, 379, Elise Newman, Widow Cass, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Donna DJ, Kara Haunted Gal, Sooner Yanko, Kara, Kayleen, Sassy Cassie, Lisa Martin, Karma, TLS, Kayleen, again there, Kimberly P. in the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you. Lacey Lex, Olivia Marie, Kid Roscoe, Karma, Koyo Rican, Toy Toy, Sarah, Sorai Bergen, Kai Book Girl, and Kaniac, members of the Gosh Heckin' fam. Courtesy of Kelsey. I might have hit those already, but we're doing it again. MJ Newcomb, Macy BN, Tragically Sharp, Candy Thunder, Tasha, Natalie Ford, Tanya Kays, Roberta Snyder, Anise Moon, Sassy Cassie, Audra. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so Sooner Yanko, I never planned to have kids, but I do have one and I love them to death. I think, you know, there are people who definitely know from the get-go that they do want to have kids. And then there's the rest of us who, like, it happens. It happens, and I can tell you with 100% certainty that I am a better man because I have kids. If I were a single kidless dude, I would be making lots of poor choices. I feel like for me personally, this is a thing for everybody, but I can tell you that. No, it's not stream activity, TikTok. I can tell you for me personally, it was a life changer in a positive direction. And it allowed me to prioritize and gave me a lot more drive in life than I think I would have had on my own. It gave me more purpose than I had on my own. So it's different for everybody, though. I understand that. No internet connection. It's refresh. I'm gonna try this again. It's telling me, it says verification complete. Okay. It had like a 4-minute countdown timer on there that said it was going to end the stream in 4 minutes. I was like, I did the puzzle. Tell me. No, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Glitch Talk is at it again, Kelly. There you go. Ugh. Mama B, having kids saved your life. You were on a bad road. I think it's different for everybody, right? I mean, I think I would obviously be a much different person. And I think those of us with kids would be different if we didn't. And those who don't would be different if we did. So I think it's just different for everybody. But knowing and deciding that you're going to live your life one way and sticking to that is admirable, right? Like to intentionally walk through life and say, I want to do it this way, and doing it that way, you protect that at all costs. And if somebody tries maliciously to fuck with that plan and lies to you about it, they don't get to be a part of your life. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Now in that story, Opie was talking about how traveling, like she places a lot of value on the ability to travel. That's her passion. She said she thought traveling with kids would be hell. Candy Thunder, who wasn't here whenever I read that part, but I knew as soon as I said it, she's like, preach. It is a lot more difficult, obviously a lot more difficult. It also depends on what you're doing, right? This is nope. No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter if you're going to Target. Doing it with kids is more difficult, hands down. Yeah. Hashtag worth it. So hashtag worth it. Hashtag sometimes. Melissa, thanks for the share there. Greatly appreciate it. Melissa, M.A. 1095 of 15 hundo on the high bear goal. Heck yeah. And now that Candy Thunder is here, we can do our spicy story, which you're going to help give feedback to. You ready for this? Are you ready? All right, let's do it. Spicy reward story time, ladies and gentlemen. This one comes from the AITAH subreddit and is titled, Am I the astronaut for calling my wife a vindictive biatch for refusing to do anything for my kids, even though they told her to stop trying to pretend she's their mom? Just based off title, panic moonwalk out of this. This feels like a very awkward situation that I would not want to be in. Smooth. Can't wait to hear this one. Rach, thanks for the shares. They're greatly appreciated. I met Anne 2 years after my first wife, Susan, died. We've been married for 10 years. I have 2 daughters with Susan, Molly, 14, and Rose, 16. Anne and I have 2 sons, Tom, 5, and Paul, 2. Anne has used to be really involved with helping keep Susan's memory alive and accepting her place in the girls' lives, but after she got pregnant with Tom, she started to push her role as mom onto the girls, which caused many fights between Susan's family and me. She stopped celebrating Susan on Mother's Day and Christmas and even refused to attend what would have been Susan's 40th birthday at my in-laws' house. Anne has been a great mother to my girls over the years. She has been very hands-on with everything, like helping them with school and hobbies and having celebrations and birthdays planned months in advance. My oldest daughter, Rose, got pregnant 4 months ago, and the father isn't in the picture, so Anne has been doing everything to help and plan for the baby. I thought their relationship was becoming stronger. She even had Anne plan her gender reveal and baby shower. But 2 weeks ago, Susan's mother and sister came to visit, and they were having a conversation. A mother-in-law brought up how hard it must be on Rose to be alone in this without her mom, especially during her first pregnancy, and it breaks her heart that she had to grow up without a mother. Anne then smashed a plate on the ground, which shocked everyone into silence, and said, "What about me? I've been there every step of the way. Me, not you, me. She has a mother who takes great care of her." Molly screamed at Anne to not speak to her grandmother like that, and she wasn't their mom, just their dad's wife, so she needs to stay in her lane. A crying Rose said that she wished it was Anne dead instead of her mom, and she's sick of pretending to like her so she can stop trying to play pretend like she's their mom. Anne said, okay, fair enough. I'll stop playing mom from now on. I'll just focus on the kids I gave birth to. Anne left the house for a few hours. When she came home, she just checked on the boys who were in bed and went to sleep, ignoring me. We had a conversation the next morning. I suggested family counseling, and everyone apologizes for the hurtful things they said to each other. She said there was no need, and she was making breakfast. And to wake up her kids. When I got the boys ready and woke up the girls, we went down for breakfast. I noticed Anne didn't make any breakfast for Molly and Rose. She then sat down and started talking to me about she was going grocery shopping later. I'm sorry. Words are hard. It's also written a little difficultly. When I got the boys ready and woke up the girls, we went down for breakfast. I noticed Anne didn't make any breakfast for Molly and Rose. She then sat down and started talking to me about she was going grocery shopping later. Did I need anything? Then said no when the girls told her what they needed. It's been like this for 2 weeks. She won't do anything for the girls or even speak to them unless she has to. She treats them like roommates. I tried to speak to her about it multiple times and tried to have family discussions about what happened because the girls are extremely sorry, but Anne will simply say she's given them the relationship they asked for. Today was meant to be Rose's gender reveal, but Anne canceled everything she planned and failed to mention it till Rose asked her 2 days ago, so I couldn't plan a decent party in time. Anne didn't even attend. She went to see her parents, which really hurt Rose. I was so angry at Anne. The minute she came home, I lost it on her. I called her a vindictive bitch and that I'm sick of her acting like a child, that she was 42 years old playing mind games with teenagers, and if she kept it up, we'd be getting a divorce. She just gave me back her wedding ring, packed a bag for her and our sons, and then left. I've tried to call her, but she won't answer. Both of my girls haven't left their room crying, blaming themselves for what happened. As a reminder, the kids' ages are Molly 14, Rose 16. And the two sons that OP has with Anne are 5 and 2. They've been married for 10 years. And to help give us some feedback on this story, we have the one, the only, Candy Thunder. Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder!
So what would you do in this situation?
What would I do if I were who?
If you were the stepmom in this situation.
I
don't blame her for doing what she did.
I don't blame her for doing what she did either.
She has been in their life for a decade. So she started being their stepmom when they were 4 and 6. So really, for the most part, it's all the girls know. But it sounds like to me that the dad is letting the mom of his deceased wife run the show when it comes to the girls because it's easier. And it sounds like the mom of the deceased wife is like, if something happened to me and you met someone that could take care of our children, like that would make me happier than, I mean, anything that I could ever want. I would want someone to step up and be a mom to my kids. I would want someone to take care of them the way that I would take care of them. And that's what this woman was doing. And I would never want my kids to talk to someone who, even if it was, Ava doesn't have a stepmom. But even in that respect, I would want that person. I would want her to respect that person and, be friends with that person and have a relationship with that person. And it sounds like that the dad is not encouraging that type of relationship. The mom, who lost her daughter and is not encouraging that relationship. They just want her to take care of things and not get any acknowledgement. And I don't think that's fair. I think that sucks.
Agreed. I think so where this started going sideways, it feels like, and this was an Anne thing, is whenever mother-in-law of Susan, right? Susan's mom, obviously is a shit stirrer. She's a pot stirrer. Like she likes to create problems where they don't exist. It happened here, but Anne was triggered, right? So she smashed the plate.
Surely, yeah.
And yeah, it is hard. I'm sure it is difficult for the girls not to have their bio mom there with them to go through this.
Yes,
I'm sure that 100%. Is hard. I don't know that the breaking of the plate right then, which is really what blew this thing up, was warranted. I'm sure she felt offended because she receives no praise for all the work she does for those girls, right? She's an unsung hero here. For these girls, and felt completely ignored by it. But then mother-in-law, mother-in-law pushed it to that point, but mother-in-law took advantage of that and was like, "You're not their mom. Don't talk to them like that." But then the teenage girls buying into that and saying, I can stop pretending like I like her now. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the minute they cross that line, it's what we say, you can't treat people like shit and then expect them to do favors for you.
Right,
so Anne pulled back.
You don't get to breaking a plate for something that is a one-off. Like that. This has had to have happened time upon time upon time again.
Right.
And finally she got to that breaking point literally and broke a plate and was like, F this, I'm done. Like, if you don't want me to do this and this is not the first time that Susan's mom has insulted Anne. There's no way. And she's put up with it time and time again. And then now she's like, you know what? Fine, I'm done. I wash my hands of it. Grandma, you step up. Aunt, you step up.
Right.
You be the mom because I'm not doing this. I'm not going to do this and then be shit on for a decade and take any more of your crap when I'm here every day in, day out, making them breakfast, doing all the stuff that a mom does. And again, we say this all the time, like parents are who you choose. And in this moment, they didn't choose for their mom, something to happen to their mom. That's not what happened, but that's the hand that they got dealt in life.
Yeah.
And you have to make the best of it. And I would want my mom, if something happened to me, I would want her to encourage my kids to embrace the mom that they had. And that's, I couldn't want that anymore if something happened. Like this sucks for the woman that's been trying to parent two girls who lost their mom.
Yeah. It sounds like it's tough for everybody here, except for mother-in-law who just wants to bitch about everything,
right?
but doesn't want to step up at all.
No.
Just wants to bitch about it and throw the pity parties, and that's it. Hubby here, OP, feels like a coward. Feels like he's got no power or authority in any situation. He's just being blown by the breeze, and he's just, whatever happens, he's along for the ride. And and the fact that he didn't stand up for her at any point in time, he talks about it like he wasn't even there.
It's very,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very strange.
So
like,
I don't know.
It's like she's a placeholder, and she's there to take care of the kids.
Right.
Like that's her job, and it's not to be like, but don't overstep, because then that's too much. So you have to thread this little tiny line, but you can't cross it, or else you're going to get called out by Susan's family. I don't know. That's a hard spot to be, and she's been doing that for a really long time. So I understand why she snapped.
So she just finally cracked. This wasn't like an unwarranted one-off kind of situation. This was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I mean, that's how I see the situation.
She was Cinderella as the stepmom.
Right. Yeah, I guess.
Which is an interesting twist.
And I mean, these are young girls. Like 14 and 16 is young. Rose is 16 and pregnant. That is very young. But also to bring someone into your house that is allowed to talk to your stepmom or Anne that way, you can't expect the girls not to see that behavior and follow suit, because that's their family. Like the dad made it okay to talk to Anne like that. And so why wouldn't Molly and Rose talk to Anne like that? I'm sorry, I drift.
You've got this constant drift out of frame.
It feels weird to be like on top of you whenever I'm like
on camera.
Yes, it feels uncomfortable. So make the shot wider.
It's a fixed prime lens, Tater. I can't just like zoom out.
Make it work.
The camera guy back there.
Yeah. And then he told her, he like doubled down and said, "You're a vindictive bee. And I'm threatening you with divorce." And she's like, "Well, don't threaten me with a good time. I'm out."
All right.
Yep.
You mean I won't have to be treated like shit every day? Oh,
yeah.
Don't threaten me with that. That sucks. So OP's question.
I don't think anyone judged a young pregnant mom, so let's not say that. But you also, pregnancy is not a free excuse to treat people like shit. I don't care what age you are. Nobody judged a young pregnant mom. Come on now. That's not even part of it. The pregnancy is not even a part of it.
Hasn't been part of the conversation yet. I mean, I'm sure that's difficult. The need to have, that mother role filled because of that is even stronger. So if anything, I think it's, the fact that they mistreated her like this is even worse because of that, because her presence is so needed right there. And like we've seen, mother-in-law is not going to step up and do anything. She just wants to bitch about it. So the question was, am I the astronaut for calling my wife a vindictive biatch for refusing to do anything for my kids, even though they told her to stop trying to pretend she's their mom? Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, you are.
It didn't work.
Try it again.
Boom.
Nothing's happening.
It didn't work.
All right.
Ascon won.
Hold on.
All the way.
Now
I didn't
try
like
it.
my fingers.
Now try it.
Boom.
Hey!
Third time's the charm.
Finally worked.
Yeah.
AskCon won.
This guy broke the scale.
I think mother-in-law is probably right there with him. The teenage girls, I'm sure, are very, very confused, and they were led in a direction by grandma here on this mutiny, but they also fucked up, right? They're old enough to know that you can't treat someone who is serving you every day like shit and expect them to continue doing favors for you. They're old enough to know better than that.
And they feel bad, so you know that they know they messed up.
Right.
Like they said that they were.
Miss Krish, I think you're right there. I think putting them on 2 makes sense because they definitely shouldn't have done it. I think because they were led in that direction by grandma, it prevents them from getting to 1. Because they are malleable, right? But they definitely shouldn't have done it, and hopefully they see that now. I don't know that OP, spineless OP, is going to be able to fix anything here. I don't know that this is fixable, not for him, because he has shown 0 initiative to this point, except for to threaten
with a divorce.
Threaten his wife, who has done nothing but serve his family, with a divorce. So good job. Way to crisis control there, pal.
Yeah.
I don't even think I can give him a brozo because it's not a brozo thing. It's just a spineless thing.
Smack 2008 said, SMAC, I don't know, but they said they can't admit they like her in front of grandma. But I think that
there's a difference
they can like her and they can love her. And that's on the grandma for not embracing that relationship and not cultivating it and making it grow so that her grandkids, she knows, are taken care of in the way that her daughter would have wanted her kids taken care of. Because no mom wants her kids to ever feel like they don't have a mom, even if she's not there. And if you do, then I think you should reevaluate how you feel, because I think any mom who can't be there for their kid would want someone else to step up and take on that role.
There's also a big difference between not openly showing that you love someone and not actively bashing them.
Yep.
And that's what they did. They joined in on the bashing. All they had to do was keep their mouth shut, and then mother-in-law's the only problem. Grandma, right? But no, they joined in as well, and then it turned into an implosion of the family. So now you've got a blended split family, and now things are just even more complicated.
It's a wild mess.
Well, I think the other thing on it too is I think it says more about him that she reached her breaking point and he threatened divorce, but yet in 10 years of having her putting up with this, she is still there and hasn't gotten to that point. And then the fact that right away he's like, well, I get divorced because she's doing this. It's
she's
terrible.
like, okay.
Well, and based off of his inaction here, I think we can probably say that he's not been much help over these 10 years. So yeah, I get it.
Yep.
Subeka, disembodied Tony Spark. He found the mic. Yeah. Heck yeah. Tater. Mwah. Thank you. Candy Thunder, everybody. Candy Thunder. And we have hit the high bear goal here as well. Let's dive into that for a minute. Heck yeah. We'll get some dancing going on here. Haunted Gal taking the number 1 spot. Callie Peru in number 2. Rhonda Cummings in number 3. Right behind that, TLS Journey, Southern Country, Tan, Cole Barber, A.K. Mary, Adventures with Pam, Kelsey C, Tanya K's, The Mr. Beaumont, Kayleen Zara Lawson, Lori T, Anise Moon, Dragon Cat, Tony Spark, Martin Keywood, Elise Newman, Olivia and Sons, Mama Llama, Kat Heasey, Oh Look Shiny One, M Pickerel, MJ Newcomb, Lexi 2122, Lacey Lex, Candy Thunder, Aurora 5129, Squishy the Wereback. Oh, got it. Squishy the Wereback, Alicia Suver, Salty Shellback Creative, Yepit Skara, Mags Mazing, Kid Roscoe, Dylan Sprague, Paige Weaver, Shannon Aaron, Amberelle Hickey, Donna, Justina Berlioz, Denise Burkhardt, and Cranky Grandma 13. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for helping us get there. Yeah, we get Tony Spark up here now. Heck yeah. Let me get the next one set up right quick. Ooh, this one is going to unlock Caden Thunder, who is here today. We haven't done this one in a while. Boop-a-da-boop. Caden Thunder. We have 1 hundo. paper cranes. Paper crane time to get Caden Thunder up here and rejoice, Caden Thunder says. Rejoice. Let me catch up on a couple of these real quick before we bring Tony Spark up here. Southern Country Haunted Gal, Kez, Cisa Clark, Casey, Wonder Woman, Cassie Henderson, Katya, Cassie, Rainbow Bright, Erica Eternal, Cassie Harrelson, Tan B, Rhonda Cummings, Karma A Flower, Rhonda Cummings again there, Sharon S, Tan B, Sooner Yanko, heck yes, all right, RJ McHale, Naomi Anderson, Haunted Gal, Rhonda Hart. Let's go ahead and bring them up, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Tony Spark.
Chris Collinsworth slide into here. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Look at all those Tony Spark emojis. What's up? Everybody having a good day? What? Is there something happening next week? Oh, the 24-hour stream? Yeah. Are you guys, what do you guys think? You guys excited about the 24-hour stream? Or are we insane for doing this? I think the answer, bless you. I think the answer is probably yes for that. We're crazy. It was probably earlier today. I was reading stories or looking at the folder in the docs, and I was like, whose dumb idea was this? And then everybody looked at me. So yeah, a little bit of both. I feel you. No, I think it's gonna be
Madness.
It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. Do you think we'll have kind of a program before? Yes. For those of you who may not know, Dusty is a very plan-oriented person. So my goal is to have it as much as planned out as possible. It's going to be kind of broken into blocks, like 2-hour blocks. So, yeah, trying to keep it organized for Dusty, and also for us to have a plan. It's gonna be something. It's either gonna be great or it's gonna be a total disaster.
Dusty's 2.0.
Yeah, it's let's hope it's not gonna be the Dusty's 2.0. I hope. Can I not scroll up in chat? There it is. Yeah, it's so it's gonna be next Thursday, the 29th, Leap Day, at 10 a.m. Central Time. So we're going to start then, and we're going to go till 10 a.m. Friday, the 1st. So hopefully everything works and everything goes. And by 10 a.m., Dusty and I might be ready to just I don't know. It could be, yeah. Dusty won't want to do another live for a month, right?
Possible.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. It's so it'll be fun, and just so everybody knows that the 24-hour live, it's the majority of it's going to be on YouTube. So we're going to start it on TikTok, and we're going to do kind of like what we would do a normal live, a couple hours. Then the live will keep going, but we'll transition over to YouTube. So we want everybody to jump over to YouTube with us, watch it at some point. I think later in the night we're going to do it with YouTube and TikTok both. Then back to YouTube, and then in the morning we're going to finish it out on both YouTube and TikTok. So the goal is it's pretty much 90% of it's going to be on YouTube. So hopefully you guys will all come join us on YouTube, because we got a subscriber goal for YouTube, and it'll be fun. We got some we'll have some guests stopping by, some guest readings, and I believe rumor has it that Candy Thunder is going to make her story reading debut. So yeah, it's going to be a lot. I think our goal is going to be 100 stories that we're trying to compile. So, a pile of that, and getting all those into docs and getting ready. No, Emma, you do not have to be a paid subscriber. It's for free on YouTube, and, just hit that subscribe button, which is free on YouTube. It's weird because TikTok and YouTube, they have different terms, right? So a subscriber on TikTok is a paid thing, and the subscriber on YouTube is free. So it's a member on YouTube if you're paid, and a subscriber just to be a normal follower. So that's kind of our goal on YouTube. No, Megan. Nope. It'll be for everybody. Be on YouTube and TikTok for everybody. So yeah, it's gonna be we'll be our normal Wednesday. So what we're gonna do on Wednesday is we're gonna do an abbreviated live. So it'll be about an hour or so on Wednesday. We'll read a couple of stories, but more of it, that live is just kind of focused on kind of going over the plan, what we're going to do for the 24-hour stream. So we're going to do a short little live on Wednesday, but then Thursday morning, 24 hours. So it's going to be fun. Candy Thunder is super excited for the pre and post 24-hour because Dusty is going to, not have a lot of sleep. So, yeah. But anyway, thanks, guys. Oh, hey, I forgot to plug last week. So don't forget to follow TonySpark_ on TikTok. So I'm doing good. I've been getting some followers, been posting some content. I posted a video. It's got a lot of views. So don't forget. Did you just give me the hook?
Hold up the next cue card.
Yeah. So yeah, don't forget, follow TonySpark_ on TikTok. Thanks, guys. Listen, they don't like seeing me on there now. They're used to it because now we're going to make it for 24 hours. So.
Here's the Moira-ism of the day. Irksome, irritating, annoying. Why must you be so constantly irksome? No. Why would you think it's directed at you, Tony Spark? No way. No way. Yeah, we got cue cards. Yeah. It's because I take a lot of directing. So sometimes he's got to tell me to move my ass along if I'm getting off track, or he lets me know whenever gift goals have been met and that kind of thing. Oh, you're right. Tony Spark, get back up here. We got to do confetti. Hold on.
Oh yeah, he forgot to shoot confetti. Also, if you have a follower submission, we're going through those. We're going to be trying to use a lot of follower submissions for the 24-hour live. So if you have a story, you can submit it at dusty-thunder.com. And yeah, we're doing a lot of reading of stories because 100 stories for 24 hours is a lot. So yeah, follow TonySpark_ on TikTok.
That was a good one. That was a good confetti. Or could you tell the real confetti from the graphic confetti there, chat? Also, Candy Thunder was looking at me as I was shooting that confetti off and still goes, ah. And then she said, I saw it, but it's like I still wasn't ready for it. And Michelle Heather, thanks for the here we go there. Hey, perfect with the song there. Heck yeah. Tanya K's, it's Kit, OMG Cookies, it's Kit again there. Chef Tila Smith, Cassie Harrelson, Fane, Desert Rose, Haunted Gal, Wayward. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for the love there. Greatly appreciate it. We almost hit the paper cranes already. I'm going to go ahead and dive into the next story right quick, which is this one. This is from the AITA subreddit and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Refusing to Pay the Difference in My Kid's Bank Account? What? When my kids were born, I opened them a savings account, and both me and my mom put the same amount of money in there monthly. My daughter had been working since she was 12. She did little jobs around town until she was 14, and since then has had an actual job. She didn't touch a penny from that money and put all of it in the savings account. So obviously she has more money than her twin. When my kids went to college, the same one but different degrees, we sent them money monthly. That was enough for their basics and some extra. If they wanted anything else, then they needed to take it out of their bank account. They got access to it at 18, which is when we stopped putting money in it. My son did take some money out of his bank account. It wasn't much, but after 2 years of college, where he took at least a little bit out every month, there's a noticeable difference between his and his twins' accounts, especially since she got a part-time job and put about 50% of that money into the bank account and had the money she made before that. This weekend, my kids were home from college. Their college is only 2 hours drive from us, so they're here most weekends. And we were at a family dinner at my mom's when my son heard my daughter talking with my brother about wanting to start investing. And he joked about how they have so much money anyway, so what does it matter now? And she jokes back that because of that mindset of, why are words so hard today? And she jokes back that because of that mindset of his, she has more money. He just made a sarcastic face and went back to his conversation. But when we went back home, he asked my daughter to see her bank account. She was confused, but showed it to him anyway, and he got very mad. He was yelling so much nonsense that okay. Oh yeah, my brain is just like words. My mouth is like beep. There's a sneeze like right here too. So that's 404 errors. I get it. Where's my words are hard shirt? I need it. He was yelling so much nonsense that I still don't even know what he said. But in the end, he told me that I needed to put the difference in his account since it's not fair that she has more money than him. My daughter looked at him like he was dumb and said that she added money from her job and never took any out, and that's why she has more than him. He yelled that he didn't care and that they should have the same amount. I told him that I can't afford to pay the difference, especially as I'm paying for their college, and that if he wants more money, then he should work for it. He went red in the face and stormed into his room. He hasn't talked to any of us yet, and my daughter has told me that he won't even look at her, and that even his friends had noticed that something is wrong with him and came to ask her about it. I don't know what to do. I don't want him to distance himself from us and his friends because of this, but I can't and am not willing to pay the difference. His sister worked hard for that money, and it's not fair for her if he will just get it too. Question is, am I the astronaut for refusing to pay the difference in my kids' bank accounts? Hell no. In my opinion here, I think you as a parent have an obligation to take this further, though. He's acting like a little entitled shit stain right now. And this is where you need to highlight the lesson that he's learning right now and say, look, she has more money because she worked harder and saved. That generally is how life is going to fucking work, kid. And you're not always going to be there for him to ask. Like, who is he going to ask when he's an adult and his sister is much more successful in life because she's actually put forth effort? Who is he going to approach at that point and be like, I want it too? Who? The government? Good luck. That's not how life works. And teaching him that right now is your responsibility as a parent, right? So his poor future wife, Miss Krish. Yeah. Well, this is the time when he can get that shit straightened out, right? They're in college. They're 18. Oh, well, they might be older than 18 now. It sucks that he doesn't know this yet, but this is the time, and probably because he's in college, this is the time where you don't have a lot of time to really drive this lesson home before he's out there on his own. OP. So I would make as big of a deal of it as possible. Pain creates change, right? This is pain, dude. The pain that you're feeling of not having as much as someone else might require some change so that you never have to feel like this again. What change does it require? How could you approach this differently so you never have to feel like this again? Let's talk about that. Take that approach, OP. Show your child how they can change things to never feel like this again, because it obviously was enough pain for them to just recluse, right? Friends knew something was wrong, stormed off. He's at least 18 years old. It was an awfully dramatic response here. Maybe it's enough pain. Maybe. But if it's not, I think you got to drive it home a little bit more and be like, look, if you're 36 and you pull this same shit, who do you think's supposed to make it right? Life is never going to be fair. Nobody's ever going to have the exact same things. And the amount of effort that you put into something will determine the amount of output you get out of it. It's just like class. If he takes a test and gets a shitty grade, but someone sitting next to him who studied harder got a good grade, does he go to his professor and say, I want the same grade, even though I didn't do the work? Which begs the question, OP, in your kid's life to this point, have you spoiled the shit out of him? Why at 18 plus does he still have this mentality if he wasn't raised this way? Got some work to do. I know that much. There's some work to do. Catnap, but how would that be fair to the daughter who worked hard and saved? You're right. Yeah, it would be unfair to both of them because he needs to learn the lesson right now. And preventing him from learning that lesson is unfair. It's a detriment to him as an adult later in life. It's also a direct detriment, an immediate detriment to the daughter who actually worked hard. C. Lawson, Candace A. Melissa Persephone, Southern Country, Brittany Sledge, Lava U808, Dragon Cat, 1979, Teresa, Tony Spark, Adrian, Michelle Girl, Teresa again there, Michelle Persephone again there, Natalie Ford, Amber L. Hickey, Lava, Tanya Kays, Mama Bear, Wonder Woman, Michelle Heather, It's Kit, OMG Cookies, Chef Tila Smith, Cassie Harrelson, Fane. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the love. Greatly appreciate it. Cassie Harrelson, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you here. C. Larson, Shaz, thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it. Later Tater says, good name, by the way, says life is all about choices, kid. Yeah. And you have to feel the pain of those choices to be able to understand when you chose wrong. Brett Fina says it might be a twin thing. Could be, but still. It doesn't matter. Those twins chose different things. All right. We hit the paper cranes, which means you all get a little dose of Caden Thunder coming up here. Heck yeah. Leading the board, Haunted Gal. Nice work. Kit Loves Books in the number 2 spot, then Callie Prue, Adventures with Pam, A.K. Mary, Dragon Cat, Fane, Southern Country, LMD 10, RJ McHale, Kelsey C, Lori T, Aurora, OMG Cookies, Blessed Wonder Woman, Naomi Anderson, Rhonda Mystic Solutions, Lisa Martin, Amberilla Hickey, Tanya Case, Tony Sparkin, and Olivia and Sons. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the love. I am like progressively getting snottier here. We'll try to address that while Caden Thunder's up here. Let me get the next one set up real quick. We are getting close to the end, but we're still going to do it. Next one is going to unlock a cake story. All right, we got 650 donuts to unlock the cake story. Here we go. Look, Shiny One says, so if he spins it, do you have to continually fill it? That's the theory if they did replenish it, which is redonkulous. What did I miss? Candy Thunder, what did I miss? You say, I know he missed it? Well, I have music playing, so you have to use the mic. What, this?
She sent you a gift, and it was like a bunch of I love yous and hearts on the screen, and then you missed it the first time, and then we were trying to explain what you missed. She sent another one, and then you missed that one.
I can't hear you when you don't use the microphone, lady. Lene Saliuk, Lava, RJ McHale, Jers, KYA, Cassie Harrelson, OMG Cookies, Melissa B, Impickerel, Candy Thunder, send a love you. Thank you so much, Candy Thunder. I love you too, Taylor. Lacey, Lex, Wonder Woman, Aurora, Ronnie, subscribe. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Erica Eternal, Chris, Jers, Shall I? Candy Thunder sent another love you. I love you too, Taylor. I appreciate it. Rebecca Gatzmeyer, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam, to you as well. Lori T, Yvette, Beth Jers, Beth again there, Crystal Williams, Dr. Sweets with the Hundo Donuts there, Anae, Lori T, Janice, you guys are awesome. Let me get Caden Thunder up here real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hello, it's me, Katie. How is everybody doing on this fine Wednesday evening / afternoon or morning, depending on where you are? I don't know. Mr. Bean Man. That's me. Nice to see ya. I can't see ya, but nice. I'm all right. I'm also ready for bedtime.
It's 4:45.
It's 9:45 somewhere. I mean, I would still take a nap if it was Thursday morning. I'm tired. I went to the gym for a little bit this morning, and then I sat down all day. That's real tiring. I stood up a couple times to get food. You know what? I should start posting Bachelor reviews. Speaking of which, we need to talk about The Bachelor, guys. The last episode was crazy. Is anybody caught up with me? Is anybody watching with me? We need to talk about it.
About Love is Blind, but
I don't watch that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about The Bachelor, all right? Where are my Bachelor fans at? I need to vent. Man, I don't watch it either, all right? I'm not like a regular Bachelor watcher, but I got sucked into this season, and now I'm invested. I just have to finish this season, and then I'm free of it. I washed my hands of it. But it's just this season I gotta watch. I'm telling you, I've heard that The Bachelor hasn't been good for a little bit, but this season's pulling people back in, so you need to check it out because it's getting spicy, all right? I can't spoil it too much. I'm just saying, I'm Team Maria. If you know, you know, all right? It is what it is. I'm also, I started a series called The Strain. I've been watching that, and I'm really into that right now. So I just finished the first season. That's pretty good. Does anybody watch The Strain? Or am I just striking out? You can watch The Bachelor on Hulu. That's what I watched on. And Strain. Both on Hulu. Yeah, The Strain is awesome. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like vampires, but they have like alien tongues. That's the best way to explain it. It's imagine The Walking Dead, but instead of zombies, it's vampires, and they have alien frog tongues that go. little zombie vampire ASMR for you. You can add that to my resume. Yeah, I've seen the Vampire Diaries, but that's not like The Strain. Those are different vampires. These vampires don't fall in love.
These vampires don't fall in love.
No.
Oh.
They have pythons in their throat.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like slug dicks?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I watch True Blood.
Suki.
Suki, I can't live without you.
Suki, I can't do this, Suki.
Man, True Blood was something else. I've not seen The Gilded Age, nope. I've seen Teen Wolf. Not the movie. The Dylan O'Brien one.
Are you excited for the 24-hour stream, Kaden?
I'm so excited for the 24-hour stream. I'm so excited.
Do you have?
And I can barely hide it.
I know. Look, I know you're going to be one of the guests that comes in and
You darn right I will be one of them guests on there.
hangs out for a little bit.
I'll hang out for a little bit.
Have you thought about? Are you going to like perform something for us? You're going to like show us a hidden talent?
Yeah.
Like you've been working on your contortionist moves, right?
Yeah, see? Bet you can't do that. I've been on it, you know?
I've been on it.
I'm going to see Drake in a couple weeks too, so that's exciting for me.
Wait, so you've been talking all day about how sore your legs are from hitting legs at the gym.
I hit legs yesterday.
Oh, okay, but to do what you just did, that had to hurt like hell.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. He's gonna fall over. Oh
It
no.
felt like it. Yeah. Today was it's genetic, you know. That's how that works,
My
right?
lower back would lock up once I hit the bottom, and then I just have to lower my desk all the way to the ground.
Are we related? Yeah, I'm his dad.
Hey, here you go. Do that again, but with these.
The what is it? Calisthenics? No. Contortionism?
Contortionate, yeah.
Not as smooth.
No, that was smoother. You know how I am.
Oh,
You know who I
man.
am. It's me. You know me. I'm a contortioner. I'll be here all week.
All right.
Deuces.
You heard it. You heard it straight from Caden Thunder. He'll be putting on some kind of dance moves during the 24-hour stream. We may have to do like a lights out, like a rave mode, so the lighting effects can fully show up during that stream. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely, we need some house music for that. We're gonna have to get some different music pulled up here. Okay, Tony Spark, apologies. I don't know where I'm at. You are on 5. Okay, cool. We are at 338 to 650 on the donut goal right now, which as a reminder will unlock another cake story. Let's dive into it here. Data and Thunder. There you go. Wasn't me. The 24-hour stream is next Thursday, the 29th. Leap Day, the day that doesn't exist. Okay, this story is from the AITA subreddit and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Not Sacrificing One of My Children's Activities Over the Other? I am a single dad of 2 girls, Gigi 14 and Penelope 8. Their mother left when the girls were younger. I don't have a huge support system outside of the girls' afternoon nanny, whom I'm very grateful for. Gigi has played soccer since she was 6. She's raised through the ranks of the local league. She does regular soccer in the spring and fall, then indoors in the winter. Penelope plays hockey. Saturdays can be a little hectic with both of these, but it's worth it given how passionate they both are for these. I always make sure that they have someone at a game and split which ones I go to down the middle. Recently, Gigi's coach approached me about a travel league. It would require me to go out of town with Gigi multiple weekends. I don't have anyone else who could go with her and be a chaperone. We have no family or close friends that could take her. I wouldn't know anyone on the new team right away that would be willing to take her, nor that I would trust right away. Then in terms of Penelope, I'd either have to hire someone to watch her those weekends, which on top of those new lessons and travel would be financially impossible, or Penelope would have to drop out of hockey to come with us. Gigi feels that since she plans on playing soccer through college, while Penelope isn't sure if she'll stick with hockey long term, she should give it up. But Penelope wants to stick with hockey for now. I told Gigi I was sorry, but she'll have to table travel soccer for now, and it may not ever happen. I added, if one of her current teammates joined the travel league and if I knew their parent well enough and the parent was willing, I'd definitely consider it. But as of now, her other teammates aren't joining the travel team. Gigi's coach and a few of, man, I'm really sorry, guys. Words are just real hard today. Gigi's coach and a few of her friends' parents feel that this is a sacrifice I should make. Gigi is also pissed with me. But I feel it's not fair for hers to take place over Penelope. I wouldn't let Penelope's activity come before Gigi's either, and I've said that. Am I the astronaut? No, hell no. It's a Kobayashi Maru, right? Like, and as a parent with kids who are involved in a lot of activities, you're gonna run up against multiple Kobayashi Marus. It's gonna happen. You're not going to be able to win on all fronts all the time. You just have to accept that you are going to lose in some ways. Being as completely fair as possible, you have done to this point, but you have reached a point where what you're being asked to do is not possible because it would create a great imbalance, and also it would be financially impossible here too. So like you said, it's not just the time split. It's not just not being able to go with her those times. It is also the financial part of it is really, really difficult as well. Even if Gigi was able to get some kind of scholarship for traveling team, which I think they do, or get some kind of company sponsor, you could get her sponsored somehow. So the financial part of it could be helped there, but the travel expenses are still part of it. The time is the big thing here though. And like you said, as a single dad of 2, you can't be in 2 places at once. You can't. So you have to think all these things through. You have to think about it. The other parents' opinions don't mean shit. Gigi's coach and a few of her friends' parents feel that this is a sacrifice I should make. They don't know your home dynamic. They don't know the kind of decisions you have to make on the regular. They don't know. They don't get a say. Also, did Gigi tell you that they said these things, or did they tell you these things to your face and say you should really make this sacrifice? I'd be shocked if somebody actually came up and said that. They probably really want her on the team. That's one thing. But to tell you your business that you should cause harm to your other child to give Gigi this shot is not something that I feel like it's okay for a stranger or an acquaintance to walk in and be like, you should do this. Like, I know your business. No, you don't. No one else's outside opinion here matters at all, Dad. I think you're not going to be able to make everyone happy all the time. And I know you know that to this point because you've got two busy girls. So this is just one of those cases where it's a tough lesson, but because of the situation that you're in, where you don't have enough help to be able to make it a possibility, it's not a possibility. It is straight up not possible. If she wants to keep running with soccer and she wants to play through college, when she's in college, she's going to be doing essentially the equivalent of travel league. They're going to travel a lot more. She's going to get a lot more of that experience. Yes, it would be better for college if she did travel league right now. But if it's not possible, it's not possible. I mean, hell, I'd love to send all my kids to space camp. It's not feasible at the moment, right? You cannot do things that are possible. But it's an NTA, and I would say, it doesn't matter what all of these other people are saying to you. You know that you're doing the right thing. And there was a great, I don't know whose quote this is, but the quote about negotiations, or when you have a group of people that you're trying to make happy, which is a negotiation, I guess. If nobody's happy, it's a good negotiation. Compromise. If nobody's happy, it's a good compromise. So if one person was happy and one person was pissed, then you would know that you did something out of balance wrong. If nobody's happy, you're doing the right thing. As odd as it sounds in this, but that Penelope, you're just protecting what's already established for her. You're not reducing, you're not adding. Gigi was seeking more, which would have taken away from Penelope, and you said no. And protecting that balance, I think, is very, very important. Gigi's going to be pissed at you for a little bit, but in the long run, they're both going to respect you more for that because you have protected your relationship with the two of them as well, equally. Oh, let's see here. Patty Bear says those parents are probably not single parents. You're probably right. Adventures with Pam K, only because you want to go to space camp too. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Single parenting is hard. Dragon Mind says kids will understand one day when older. Yeah. And I think that until that point, parenting is hard, period. And I think kids will understand one day when they get older. I know that we certainly do understand a lot more about what our parents did and went through when we were younger, and we have the context now. Kids, especially when they get into the preteen, tween, and teen years, are very self-absorbed, right? Their world is very small. It is their activities, their friends, it's their things. Their sphere is very, very right here. So they can't see the context that works three rings out, where it is a much bigger world. They're focused on their thing. So of course, she wants something that would assist her. Of course, she's not thinking about how it's going to affect her sister because she's got her own little sphere here. It's tough, but being a parent is tough. So the other people who are trying to give you advice on what you should and shouldn't do, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, tell you what, if you want to pay thousands of dollars for us to have, additional nanny help, and if you want to pay to allow her to get on the travel league and for all the travel expenses and everything, put your money where your mouth is. You want to have an opinion, it's going to be an expensive one. The girls were ages 14 and 8. Gigi's 14 and Penelope's 8. Hey, bravo to you, by the way, Dad. Rocking single dad life with two girls and keeping them going in all of these extracurricular things that they're doing and making sure that someone is there for them all the time, no matter what, and keeping it rolling. Like, that's hard as hell. Props to you for keeping it rolling, man. It's not easy. It is not easy at all. $3.97 to $6.50 on those donettes right now. Haley, Candace with an IA, Naomi Anderson, Minami TA, Biola Gil Estevez, Adventures with Pam K, Tara Region, Holly Elizabeth, Jill, Oh Me Nerves, Glinda, Juju Girl, Lene Saliuk, Juju Girl again there, Lene again there, Wasn't Me, subscribed, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam, Rhonda Yennick, RJ McHale, Lisa, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam, Rhonda Renee, V-Baby, Tanya Kays, Tara Region, RJ McHale, Lydia L. Allen, Anise Moon, Julia MJ Newcomb, Jers, Taylor's version, heck yeah, Haunted Gal, Fane, Christy Johnson, Cindy, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for the love. Pirate Pups, MJ Newcomb, Catisi, Miss Pamela L, see you there as well. Nana61, Rhonda Hart, Haley, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Next story here.
Number is the last one. Number
7. Okay. Yep. Last story of the day.
If we hit the gift goal during the VIP, then we'll do
If the gift goal is hit during VIP, we will open with a cake story for the short next Wednesday stream. Those words were hard. I'm trying to formulate them in my head as I say them. And, mate, I don't know. I've got foggy brain going on. It's all that damn pollen. Okay, this story, final story for the day here, is from Petty Revenge, and it is titled Dad, the Crying Waitress, and the Fart from Hell. My dad was an asshole, a lovable asshole, a compassionate, intelligent, caring asshole, but piss him off and he became the pettiest asshole you would ever meet. I have so many stories about his pettiness, but this one is one of my favorites. And before anyone asks, I loved my dad fiercely and miss him every day. He passed away too soon. One important thing to know about my dad is that if having the most noxious fart were an Olympic sport, he would have had multiple gold medals. Long car rides with him could be dangerous, and you knew that if Dad was in the toilet before you got there, you waited until anything he left dissipated, especially if he just had a nice, rich meal. Dad and I both loved diners, and when we traveled, we would always ask where the good local diners were. On one of our college trips, we arrived at our hotel a little early and our room wasn't ready. The hotel clerk was very apologetic. Some of their housekeeping staff had called in sick and they were running behind. Since we hadn't had lunch yet, it was around 2:30ish, we asked the clerk for their diner recommendations, and they suggested a place not far from the hotel. Off we go to lunch. Y'all, it's been over 30 years, but I still remember how good that food was, and our waitress, Sandy. Why do I remember her name? Because the couple at the table near us kept yelling it over and over and over again. There were maybe 10 people in the restaurant total, and Sandy was taking care of most of them. She was on the younger side, but knew her stuff. I always like to ask what the staff likes when I'm making my decisions, and she told me what she liked, what they were known for, and what the day grill cook excelled at. As Dad and I were thoroughly enjoying our food, we watched this couple treat Sandy like she was stupid. They sent their food back multiple times and said nasty things about Sandy so loud that we had no trouble overhearing them. Every time Sandy came to drop something off or check on us, she just looked more and more upset. Since we weren't in a hurry and the restaurant wasn't busy, we lingered over our meal, ordered dessert, and were still there when the mean couple paid their check. You paid at the cash register, and told Sandy quite loudly that since her service was so bad, all they were leaving her was $1 tip, and they thought that was being generous. They left, and when Sandy came back to give us our check, she looked like she had been crying. Dad went to pay the check and gave her a very generous tip. When we got in the car, he was pissed, and I got to hear a lecture about how if he ever found out I treated a server like these people had, he would whoop my ass no matter how old I was. We get back to the hotel and had just checked in when another couple walked into the lobby. They headed towards the elevator that we were headed towards, and Dad and I both realized that it was the nasty couple from the restaurant who had been so mean to Sandy. We got on the elevator with them. They were staying on a floor above ours. Just as the door opened on our floor and I was walking out, my dad paused, let out a large, noxious fart, and said, "That's for Sandy," and then walked off, smiling as the elevator door closed, hotboxing the nasty couple in with his equally nasty fart. I laughed so hard I cried. I do feel bad for anyone else who had to ride in that elevator after that. That is fantastic. Too long don't read. Couple was rude to a waitress and made her cry, so my dad farted in their elevator and left them to stew in the stink. First edit, thank you guys for all the love for my dad. He was truly one of a kind. Unfortunately, we didn't make it back to the diner to tell Sandy about Dad's avenging fart. Glad I could bring a little levity into your day. That is wonderful. Big round of applause because now, like, I'm adding that to my playbook. Should we ever need to avenge a server or someone else, and we see somebody get into an elevator that we're going to be in, I'm not going to wait until we get out. Candy Thunder's face.
But then you're just gonna hotbox me.
Yeah, I'll just tell you to hold your breath. They won't have that advantage. The farting Avenger. Yes. Who's the strongest Avenger? Who's the strongest smelling Avenger? Yeah, there you go. That is fantastic. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here today, folks. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. All the love out to you. Thank you guys for always supporting what we do, for always being engaging here and having fun with us. We always have a great time with you. The next live stream will be a multi-stream, which will be Sunday, February 25th at 9 p.m. We're going to be streaming across TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Then we'll have a short live on Wednesday in preparation for the 24-hour live on Thursday. Short live is going to start at 3 p.m. Central still, right? Okay, 3 p.m. Central start. 3 p.m. Central start time next Wednesday as well. It'll just be a shorter one. Again, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and check it out. You can find the latest Dusty Thunder podcast episodes, Thunder and Spark, Piano Man, and more exclusive content over there. It's going to be a hell of a good time. Don't forget 24-hour live stream, February 29th. We're going to be primarily on the YouTube side, but we will jump over to TikTok a few times. But you definitely want to be subscribed on the YouTube side to get that notification and to be able to join in there. We have a VIP live coming up in about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll spin the Wheel of Thunder during that live, and we'll see you all next time.
Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist.
That's my princess wave, right? That's how it goes? Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist. Or are you doing both at the same time? Is it this? Or is it elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist? Or is it both at the same time? Queen wave, queen wave. Oh. I don't know. It felt right at the time. Elbow, wrist, wrist. Get the picture. Kiss this. There you go. That's my contortionism. Train my beard to wave. There's an idea. So the muscles that control your hair standing up on end are called the erector pili, right? If I could train my erector pili to like do a wave. You may be onto something here, man.
Challenge accepted.
I mean, who can wiggle their beard? If I could wiggle my beard, hey, just imagine if I could wiggle my beard, how much bigger our channel would be. It's called the erector pili. I'm not making that name up. The erector pili is the name of the. Okay. All right.
Dear God, end the live.
All right. We'll see you on the VIP here shortly. I'm sorry.